Opie and Anthony.
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony, and this is the worst of Rich Voss on the Opie and Anthony show.
It's any Rich Voss.
What did Danny say over there?
He said that's any Rich Voss.
It's the all of Rich Voss.
It's the all of Rich Voss. Yeah, you're going to hear Rich just being stupid.
Hey, this was a great idea, Eron. Thanks.
Yeah, why don't you just play these bits? Why do you need us to intro them? We're obviously tired and need a vacation. Ugh.
Hey, by the way, I saw the news last night. Viagra being used for children. It was the teaser. And Viagra being prescribed to children. Wow, you have it in the paper? Is that what?
No, this is headaches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, blindness and headaches
Blindness.
when some people use the Viagra, I guess.
This is now I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm thinking some kind of psychological thing. They give him to the little kid, or maybe to stop him from bedwetting. If he's got a rod all night, he won't be able to take a leak or something. If they fall out of bed at night, you give them a Viagra and it works like a kickstand. They can't roll over and fall out of bed. I don't know.
Right.
Or if you just want them to stay hard.
Or, yeah, the obvious. You just need an 8-year-old with a heart on. It turned out to be some lung disorder. Yeah, some lung disease. They're giving Viagra to these kids with a lung disease because it opens up and helps them breathe.
But they got to explain why they're sporting wood, though.
I know.
They're
That's
breathing
just,
great, but
yeah,
geez,
now
what do I do
breathe.
with this thing?
You're going to school with a rod in your pants, covering it up with your lunchbox, all embarrassed.
That was a happy day at the last NAMBLA meeting. Oh, our next topic, by the way.
Yeah, Viagra for kids. All in favor? Aye. All right. Next. I used to get the rod, though, on the bus. We talked about that. For some reason, going to elementary school, junior high, even when I was taking the school bus, every morning, I would get on the bus, sit down, the bus would start going. It had nothing to do with the rumbling, the vibration. Everyone's brought that up. Just something. I would sport wood on that bus. I would get wood on the bus every day.
Did you and friends, did you ever just, and not gay, but just, jerk off with friends? Like if you're sleeping over their house and you guys would just jerk off? Not touch each other. What? You never did that?
Look, and every guy around here is like, what?
Anytime anyone tried that, I went...
Look,
I guess it was different in the 70s.
There's at least 15 guys around here right now. If this has happened to any one of you, please come in and stick up for Rich Voss.
No, you might as well just lock the door. No one's coming in.
Me and Brian used to
Wait. I want to know, would you lay there and talk to each other? Would you be in the same, would you be right next to each other?
Well, I don't know. We might compare, or just because we were young, we were just starting.
Wait, so you'd show each other, hey, look at this rod?
Listen, we were I don't know.
Bonnie, you sure you want to marry this?
21 or
Bonnie's
22.
learning way too much
Bonnie's just
about
laughing her ass off.
These questions.
Oh, you have? You asked all this?
Bonnie, get on mic. Bonnie's too good to just sit there on a couch.
Yeah.
Does this work?
Oh, it works better.
It works much better for you. I'll even crank you up a little bit there.
Yeah, no,
Wow, that's loud.
I've asked him all these questions. I've tried to trick him into telling me gay stories.
Really?
Trick him? Saying, yeah, it turns me on. Have you? But that was the only one he copped to. So.
Yeah, I don't understand what it is though. You would lay there. Are you in the same bed, the same room?
But we were
You're not answering questions.
Yeah, like in junior high, when you sleep over your friends.
You sleep over your friends. Now you're sharing a bed?
Yeah, well,
you're
in
the
didn't
same
have two
bed.
beds. He was in junior high school.
Sleep on the floor. One guy sleeps on the floor. One guy sleeps in the bed.
No,
you bring over your sleeping bag.
Junior high.
We're starting to get high.
So you're in the same bed. Are you naked in the bed?
No, we're wearing obviously our underwear and stuff. But then
Obviously.
This was years ago.
So you start
I was
cranking. How does one go from talking about playing with G.I. Joes to, hey, you want to jerk off?
And wait a minute, why are we letting them slide on the whole junior high thing? You're old enough to know.
Yeah.
You're old enough to know in junior high. I can almost see if you're an 8, 10, whoa, what's going, but you're talking about you're 13 or 14 at this point.
Yeah, we were like 15 or 16 because we were getting high.
Are you trying to apply pre-cal to real-life applications? What the hell are you doing?
We never touched each other or, said anything sexual to each other. We were just.
But I want to know how you go from just sleepover where normal people just go to sleep over, you hang out, you watch TV, and then you go to sleep.
Because we were like 15 or 16 and we never had a girl yet, so we probably thought it was normal.
Yeah, but what happened? Like, did you
what's
go,
the chain of
hey,
events?
did
Right.
you, hey, take your pants down. I want to show you something.
Yeah,
I mean,
how does it start?
Yeah, thank you, Bonnie. Come on.
We'd be high, and then we would compare boners or something.
You don't just compare boners.
Like, how did you get a boner?
I've smoked a
Thank
lot
you.
of
How did
pot.
you get a boner? You
I've
don't
smoked a lot of pot with my friends, and it never went from pass me the joint to
holy
hey,
shit,
look at my boner.
Right.
It wasn't pot.
You would smoke bones. You didn't show off your bone.
We were doing THC, not pot. I mean, THC makes you do stuff like that. Probably. I don't know.
did mescaline, acid. Believe me, I did drugs too.
Yeah, but you didn't.
It didn't
Ecstasy
happen.
doesn't make you do
How
that.
how did this happen?
We just, I don't know. I guess it happened when more, like me and Mickey would, and me and Brian. I guess our whole crew. We just like to jerk off. I don't know.
So you're laying in bed.
Uh-huh.
You start jerking off, I guess, out of nowhere.
When you're in the same bed with the dude.
How do you know it's not going to freak the guy out that you start jerking off?
We probably did at the same time. I
No,
don't know.
you don't just do it at the
3,
That's-
2, 1.
go. You don't just all of a sudden go, oh my God, you're jerking. I just started jerking off too.
He had the lights like an Indy where it counts at red or green.
like a drag race.
That would almost be her
Christmas tree.
3-2-1 joke.
Right.
Hey, he plays football.
I know.
Give him a little,
Sorry.
give him a little
Sorry,
slack.
I
Jesus.
don't have a cool bedazzled watch like you.
He's too big to fuck
He
with.
just smashed you.
He's too big. I know. I mean, no, I don't know. I mean, someday if I ever run into Brian again, I'll ask him. Why did we used to jerk off together? I don't know. I don't think I did with Michael, but Brian, Mickey.
It's not the why we're after. It's the how.
It's just how how does that happen?
Right.
You don't just all of a sudden start jerking off together.
Like, how many
Someone
guys-
has to make the first move,
Right.
and that's what I'm getting at
And
here.
what is
Even
that
though
move?
you're saying
And
it's
why
not
did you
gay,
go for it?
it's
Right,
not,
right.
It's just one of you had to make what is called the first move, where you start going, you're assessing the situation, you're looking over going, I think he'll be into me jerking off. You're building this up in your head. Who made the first move?
And how many people said no?
Said no, and boss, you fucking faggot, what are you doing?
And Bonnie,
Put
when are you
that
gonna-
away and go home.
And when are you going to give the ring back? What are you waiting for? Jesus. My God.
Don't leave me for another man. Please.
You can't compete with
Because
that.
now the
Was
only
there
reason
porno involved? Let's start there.
Oh, we were too young for
A
porno.
Farrah Fawcett
Too young.
poster,
You said
something.
you were
Right,
16.
something that might have shown that you were heterosexual and something just went awry.
Yeah, Cheryl Teagues.
Right. I don't know.
Did
I
you have
don't
the
have
Farrah
any answers.
Fawcett wastebasket?
Now, the reason I'm asking this is because I had the similar experience. But I was in a tree fort in California with my friend Richard. And it was just like a sleep out in the tree fort. And I was trying to go to sleep. And we had been drinking, too. Of course, there's some kind of alcohol involved. And he leaned over, and he goes, I'll suck your cock. Yeah. You want a blowjob? And I went, I'm laying there going, oh, my God. I got to just make believe I'm asleep. I got to stay here like I never heard it. So I'm just laying there going, I'll suck your cock. And this is like a guy I've been friends with for years. We used to ride our bicycles to go fishing down at Dana Point, ride horseback. Yeah, I mean, it's just a friend of mine for years. Out of nowhere, out of the blue, I get, dude, I'll give you a blowjob. So that to me is what I would call the first move.
Yeah, but that's gay.
That's
gay.
but jerking off, dude.
You're in the same bed.
Dude, you're in the same
when,
bed.
And when you're growing up, you don't get a big bed.
Right.
Well,
So I'm wondering if there was somebody that made believe they were asleep while you were jerking, or perhaps you didn't find his dick attractive enough to jerk off with him. I want to know what was going on.
I guess we come back, we be high. Like at Mickey's, Brian's house,
Maybe these guys don't want their names on the radio. I don't know. Call me crazy, but maybe you want to call them different names. they're somewhere in Jersey going, will you shut the fuck up?
So how did it go, boss?
I don't know. I guess I remember, like, we'd go out. I remember we went out one night. We'd just party because we didn't go to bars. We're too young.
Sure.
We're all blasted. And we come back up. I guess we're hanging. We're laying in the bed. And, never had a girl. And, you just start talking about jerking off. Two guys. Just two men
Fat
talking
cocks, oil.
and,
Did girls ever factor into it at all? Like, the idea
I will
one?
say it is impossible to get girls at certain times in your life as a growing boy.
Yeah.
The possibility of getting a girl that's going to do anything to your dick just isn't there.
well, the first time I was.
Yeah, but you could talk about it. You could talk about it. You could go, did you see so-and-so in gym class?
Right.
Well, but the first girl that was going to have sex with me, or wouldn't, I was begging her. I was young.
Yeah.
She goes, no, I'll give you oral.
You never changed your technique.
And I was...
All these years.
Oh, another for Bonnie.
So I'm begging her, and she goes, I'll give you oral. I'll blow you. I go, no, because I never had sex. So I said, if you don't give me sex, I'll break up. So she finally said yes. So we walked over to the woods where we go, and I didn't know how to do it. I couldn't get it in. I didn't know. I didn't know the angles or anything.
Oh, no.
This and that. I'm sitting there, so I couldn't do it. I said, well, will you blow me now? She goes, no. So I lost out on everything.
You passed
But I
up the
didn't
blow. It's
know.
like a game show. You can have the blowjob now, or pass the blowjob to get laid. All right, I'm going to go to get laid. They never offer you the box you passed up again. Oh, that is sad. A box.
Yeah, it was
that is
crazy,
sad.
man.
So you lay in bed with men and decide to jerk off. No blowjob. I'll go back to my guy friends.
Prison's not going to be too hard of a transition for you.
No. We're just laying in our cells talking about jerking off.
I still don't understand this. I've been in football for, almost 20 years now,
Yeah.
around naked guys all the time, talking about
Ooh.
girls, talking about whatever, and not once has anyone ever been slightly aroused.
No.
Well,
And
because
he's saying like it's no big
You
deal.
football players just opt for maybe a pine cone up the ass every so often.
That's
at
right.
camp.
Those are hockey
At
players. Get it
football
right,
camp.
sir.
Wasn't that
of all-
football camp?
Was that
The pine cone up the ass?
Some middle school thing or whatever.
I'm with
Yeah.
Anthony. It was
Yeah.
it was football
Some-
camp.
Don't get me wrong. Hot is hot. Whether it's hockey or football.